remaining. Dire team pick.
Sky Wrath Mage.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Prepare for battle.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yes, this will do just fine.
"30 seconds to battle.
Are you kidding me?
You should have known better. You'd die. Yet your failure lives on.
Are you kidding me?
The battle begins.
Double damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Denied. Selfish. Are you kidding me?
Under attack.
Will my labors live on?
Made a worthy target.
We'll bring the two birds. Someone else can bring the stone.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Under attack.
To the other side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
To my ancestors, I render.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wake up!
Wake!
Oh. Oh.
Time is money.
Fire!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You're not going anywhere!
Comes at a price.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Damage!
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
My death means nothing next to ours.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
No!
Leave the
Well worked.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
My gods are pleased.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Are scanning. Someone has fallen to the ground. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I almost feel bad.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
bounty which my matron
Time is
provides.
money.
Gold for my town.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
No!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
My work here is not yet done.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Punishment.
It should have been you.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
The borders of my
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Monster kill!
Double damage!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Do you want to get Iceberg here? And Winstrike aren't really in a position to defend him here.
It's got the stone gaze at least. Into burst room pretty quick. There it is, comes out. And one close call though. Very close. And look at this move through to the Power Strike. Miposhka, what are you doing, you greedy boy? He'll be going down. Human just spotted under the ward, says thank you for the mana, thank you for the gold. As Iceberg throws out the missing snake.
Just trying to make some amount of space for the Spectre to be able to farm here.
Winner's curse.
Ooh.
Yamik been found, the arrow connects to his face. He's got the avalanche to work with. He at least get that and the toss out, and now turn around. Stackstorm's going to be there. No, Yamik's alive, and G in a little bit of trouble. The Cold Embrace is going to be there. He's got no man to fuck with this as the epicenter on the back, but going to go on to Kuman. Moving in with his handstorm instantly as well. Allows them to get rid of Kuman. And they lose nothing for that. They even get the kill on the man on the back foot as Yamik comes back in with a toss.
Josh taking bot tier 1 as well.
They'll take the tier 1 mids. They are getting so much value all of a sudden.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Drops all of a sudden is level 8. And the main problem here is this Batrider just didn't do anywhere near as much as they thought he would in the laning stage. So like he hasn't been able to snowball forward to play with this Mirana. He's trying to make things happen because he's got this drums running around at people, but
and that's
just, I don't know, it's just not enough damage going around at the moment.
I mean, this is the threat though. When you're ahead and you're on a kill streak, like that's the other thing, because of the changes, of course, you get more XP from people on kill streak. Gee, we talked about how well he was doing. It just backfired.
And this Spectre basically isn't a hero in this game at the moment as well. So they're kind of fighting 4 versus 5, maybe 4.5 when Haunt's up, but
they want to find something though if they need to soon. Moonlight Shadow's been used, but Silence already out there. Doesn't take him very long to farm Ancients. Oh boy, they're still going. Always want to fly here though. What's your move? There it is. They're going to use the lasso. And the System's kinetic field goes down. Now the Haunt's going to be there. Moving on the silent. He dodges the arrow just in time. The Gust already being used. Going to turn around. Static Storm gets dropped. But Poshka taking a lot of damage, but he'll be fine. They find 2 pickoffs off the back of the Haunt. And one of them was a big fish.
Yeah, really good play. They actually did glimpse the Batrider there, but it didn't cancel the lasso because he was in such a small, like, wind. He was in like
he was close enough the whole time.
Distance. Yeah, that's what I just forgot.
Grada playing ballsy, but he does have the haste. The Winner's Curse coming out though. There's going to be an arrow. Is it going to be in time though? Yes, it is. They push him back into it to make sure. The Earth Split through means Grada has gone bye-bye.
That's a big kill. Sanction's doing a huge amount of work, but again, she's farming.
Iceberg is just doing whatever he wants. And look at this, TP's coming in, but Yamik is here as well. Belial needs to be careful. He sees, he just gets a glimpse where he's like, nope, that's an abort.
I was wondering what talent Iceberg would take, whether you'd take for the Misty Snake mana still, but goes back to the safe one with farming.
Attack speed. Attack speed on top of attack speed. I hear if you stack your attack speed with attack speed, then you can do anything.
The Mystic Snake mana steal is so dumb though, it's amazing.
Disruptor? She is just finding anyone and everyone.
Told you, see God, the God of Mirana.
I mean, he was called God, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Try to be a little more sensible of a name change, but we all know what that G stands for.
Knew what he meant.
Just like when people tell GH he needs to change his name back.
To be fair, when anybody changes, annoying in general. Just because like everybody has to like basically reset and just pretend they're somebody new almost.
Oh no, people GH is GH God. He made it simpler, and we still want it back, right? That's how this works.
He's just such a nice man.
Yes. He's, you know, as I've heard it said, even if you beat GH, you feel bad. Like, if you beat Liquid, you feel bad because you beat GH.
They're looking for something up here on both sides.
Let's see who's going to be sad here. The thing's coming out. They don't know about Non-Grata. The dart. Oh, there it is. The turn around the outlines to toss through. The arrow gets dodged by both. The corner brace will not protect against the Sandstorm with Non-Grata. Taking decent damage, but the Crimson Guard is there, and they are arriving. The buyback coming up Nels Python. But now the winner's curse there, Yamek. He said, no, why have you turned against me like this? They'll find the kill on them, but now can they find vengeance? It's going to be coming out. The epicenter as well. Batrider's going to be on the side. The Static Storm goes down to distract G. They'll be able to chase onto the bat. He'll be able to get away, though, with the last two used defensively. And it resets everything. Those moves from both sides.
ET did buy back here as well, so they really want to try and make something happen up here.
Oh, they're trying to go Non-Grata here. The Stomp won't connect. On the side, it's going to be a Gusto. And look who they found. Spectre's down. They find more air. Holt's done through. The BO3 is there. Madden's gone as well. They won't always want to fly too badly, and you can protect all you want, but eventually the procs are going to overwhelm you.
What type of damage does this proc count as?
The procs are, I believe it's physical, but it's like piercing. Yeah, bonus physical damage. But it pierces, so it ignores all armor. So it's basically, it's like pure damage, apart from, you know, if you like can't take damage, it's not going to work the same way, I believe, Javelin works. I think Javelin goes through, right?
Yeah, Javelin's oh, it used to. Hang on, let me check.
It's magic damage now, I think. They made a change.
It used to be, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Bonus magical damage. So basically, yeah, Drow very good against Agi heroes. Ugh.
I've seen the matchup against Terrorblade. The Terrorblade did win in the end, but it ripped through the Terrorblade's armor. It was really good. Interesting to watch.
Absolutely. And looking at what the Drow's gone for, of course, he took that attack speed, took the stats as well. Now, it used to be I'd be like movement speed talents, but now when you're Agi heroes, it's just stats. Just take stats. You'll get the movement speed eventually anyway.
Stats are always a safe bet, aren't they? More than anything.
Well, it's just the added value with like movement speed now being such a big factor because of the changes to boots and such, and Agi heroes getting movement speed from Agi.
Yeah, but they've changed everything back now, so it's all flat.
Uh oh, Marana. Gonna go in. Now the Horn in, looking to go on silent, but he's so damn tanky. Turn around, it's gonna be the last as well. Hold him in place, gonna drag him into the fire. BO3 comes out, Silent's still alive, but it's gonna be fine. They might turn around, but Poshka taking too much damage. Silent's gonna go down. They still find him, but it took so damn long. The back foot, Tiny's gonna retreat from trying to attack on the Kuman. So Miposhka's a much easier target. He's still got the Veil on him as well, but they got no mana on the Tiny. It's gonna be a blink away as Yamek doesn't keep the attacks going. Non-Grata, he sees it though, they ping out. Trying to move close enough.
Doesn't it blink on Sand King?
Yeah, but he might be able to get it. He's close enough. The BO3, there it is. Goes straight through the Sandstorm. They'll finally kill the Batrider.
That was the Haunt used as well. The Kuman didn't die on this Spectre, so...
Well, also, you got the kill on the Drow, which is huge here.
True, very true. But most importantly, Kuman's getting some kind of gold income going here. Like, he survived the fight, finally, for like the first time this game, it feels like.
A round of applause for the 6k net worth Spectre up against the 13k net worth Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, we think this game looks scary at the moment for Empire. Wait until the Stusa gets level 20 and she has a Skadi or something as well. Like, it's not fun to play against that hero when she hits her timing.
I'm also going to highlight that as soon as you got any sort of life steal available to the Drow, you saw how long it took to just kill her last time. They almost didn't. And that's just going to get 10 times harder.
Tiny's building Medallion as well, so they can try and take that first Roche a lot easier. Even take it before if they really wanted to. I think with this Drow and Medusa.
That Drow almost has BKB. If you get the Aegis and the BKB around the same time, this lineup could easily go into your high ground, actually.
I think they'll probably give the Aegis to the Medusa, but I agree, like, this BKB is such a good item this game as well. Like, where's their physical damage coming from? It's like Mirana right-clicks, but she has a Diffusal Maelstrom, so it's kind of like magic damage at the same time anyway.
And also, any physical damage you do is almost always negated because of this Crimson Guard that's available on the Sand King.
Yeah.
Such an effective item. This is the type of game that perfectly shows what the Crimson Guard can do, especially seeing as a hero like this can build it, because the thing you have to keep in mind is you have to look at Mirana as a physical burst hero because of the leap attack speed.
Yeah, you do, but that's saying she needs to buy a Diffusal though, just because she's against Medusa. Like, they need to be able to get through that mana shield, so... I understand her item choices, and like, yeah, it's physical damage, but...
Radiant's bottom tower
in this game, it doesn't really feel like it.
Absolutely. And that does mean that G will be slow to the BKB, but as you said, he needs to defuse up against this Dusa so badly. Look at this moving in. Avalanche is there. ET's been found. See you later. And the battle thinks twice about flying into that engagement. That's them securing the Roche pit, though, in for flaming an Aegis.
Yeah, it's nice to see people playing Tiny a little bit differently now, where they kind of use the Avalanche from the top as disabled duration instead of just raw damage. Like you see all there, he waited for the full Avalanche to land onto the ET before he threw him back to his team.
Kind of hard to play it that way now because, you know, Avalanche is not this great disable. It's more comparative now to like someone just using headshot repetitively only. It's more slow than anything else. Good against like abilities with long cast times. There is an arrow and a drow. They tried to move in and Batrider. Well, Nongrata just found him solo here. Did use the epicenter, but he gets the kill and just in time for the runes.
That's the big reveal there as well on the Sanking. I mean, they probably knew he had it already, but
it's worth doing here though because now that enables your team to go for a push on mid with no threat whatsoever. They're trying to move on Non-Grata. They do have Dust and the Sentries. It's going to blink away straight into him. The Winter's Curse is going to be there, though. There is a TB in from the Disruptor. Arrow connects through, and oh, there they go. The Haunt, they're trying to get involved. It's going to be Glimpse waiting for the Spectre. Non-Grata turns around the Static Storm. He is so tanky. The TB out by Madden will be successful. No, the final strike will always want to fly. This attack speed for the precision order works out. The double buyback going to be there because they are invading your base. And G, he's not there yet. He'll finally TP back to base. And Tiny will be left behind, but he's happy because there's 2 buybacks. You force all aggression by Empire back towards their base.
So funny watching that Disruptor with attack speed, by the way. You made the point.
It's amazing.
They wouldn't have got that kill without it. It's crazy.
Makes all the difference. Why I said needs to build a strim on the Disruptor.
Iceberg is level 20 now, by the way, as well, so he's going to be very difficult to bring down. If they get a 5-on-1 scenario here, then they might, but
yeah, but 5-on-1 twice. Oh, he's about to activate the Stone Gaze as well. It works out in his favor. They can't follow up. They legit can't follow up. They know the rest of Winstrike are around this Dusa.
Like, even if they kill him once, he has the Aegis, so
it's the thing. It's not worth it. There's no scenario in which that ends up being worth. Not feasible scenarios anyway. Looking for this, Madden. They guess wrong. Non-Grata does have the boots to travel now, so he can easily split push and arrive at fights. And this is something we see Sand Kings pick up a lot, seeing as the split push opportunities got buffed pretty hard with the Sandstorm.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I'd like to see him carry on TP scores though as well, because you can just TP afterwards. Good D-Web, I always want to fly. But yeah, it allows him to punish his Spectre. Like you see at the moment, the Spectre's trying to shove out bot lane because he really doesn't want to join fights. He just wants to haunt whenever he can just to get involved. But Non-Grata's just going to punish him so hard now because he has his BOTs.
And if they take a favorable fight, there are no buyback available on Empire's side. Yamit dragged pretty deep here. Trying to move away, turns around the Avalanche. The damage is not enough to bring him down. He needs to move away quicker though. He's going to get burned up and killed off. Kinetic Field doesn't actually achieve anything here. Pani just playing a little bit ballsy, a little bit too often.
You see it works both ways though. Like he's trying to punish the Spectre, but as soon as his team gets gone on in the mid lane, like he's the Crimson builder. He's the one that wants to be involved in the fights. So
that would have been the difference. The creep wave was so close to his tower, it wouldn't have made much difference to TP there with a normal TP scroll. And you can see he already picked up too. He knows what he has to do from now on. They might be able to get the Boschka. Yeah, they're a little bit close for comfort.
Can feel each other's breath down their necks.
I feel something. Non-Grata knows now. They saw him though. They're like, nope. Nope. Not messing with a level 3 epicenter. Not at this stage in the game. Oh no. Spectre does have the Haunt. Is busy split pushing, but Iceberg is at your base again. And he hits for a very healthy 231 damage.
Just how fast he attacks as well. 0.3 seconds, almost 3 attacks a second.
Do you want to go near him? Do you want to go near him? No. The Winter's Curse? No! They weren't close enough to silence. Iceberg, 4 stars deeper, looking to fight up against this. Arrow gets dodged pretty quick on the reactions, and now the dust reveal. But he doesn't care about them being in this.
Still has the Aegis. Like it's got a minute or just over a minute left, so he's quite happy to lose it here if he needs to.
Yeah, and he's got the Stone Gaze as well when he comes back up, so you have to make sure he's stunned. There's Lasso, going to drag him back to the Kinetic Field though. Batrider, he can't actually do it. They glimpse him away. Aegis has been claimed. They should be able to back him up. Avalanche coming out. They're channeling the epicenter. They're moving in. There's going to be a stun coming out. Cold Embrace won't protect, and now the Haunt through. There's the Gaze being used though. Iceberg being ever deeper. As actually instantly realizes there's no target of opportunity for the Haunt. We go to He's fun. Silence comes out. Belial's dead as well. So are you ready to rival indeed? And now BKB forced on G just to run away, and he still almost dies to the procs. He can't get anywhere near them.
Really nice play by Yamish to block the arrow as well that was coming just as the Deuce was about to come back out of Aegis.
Speaking of arrows, everyone dodges that one. I'll go back to hitting buildings. There's a little bit of poking back and forth. The Earth Splitter used on no one at all.
It's a zoning Earth Splitter. Darren.
They don't actually have to leave. It depends how greedy they're feeling. They can keep going. Grado makes his escape. They're trying to see if Empire are feeling desperate here, because they might come out and see them anyway. Arrow through. Connect. No! The 4-star. Just in time to do that base. That was Kuman. Mana Dodge is going to be there. BKB has to go away. Silent trying to fight up against the other Titan. They are going to get rid of the Medusa, but now they lose someone in return. Kuman's going to go down. Silent do a lot of damage. Mana should fall, but no. The Cold Embrace keeps him alive. G on the high ground. Fairly all going for the storm, but gets interrupted. Now Silent standing ground. The Gust comes out. The toss. The Fire Strike through. They'll get him. G is down. He at least gets rid of Silent alongside him, but the Dust reveal on the Wyvern means it should be a team wipe here. Trying to escape, but you're out of time. You're out of luck. Avalon through. All of a sudden, Miposhka looking to fight here. He does have the lasso available, but you have no follow-up damage. There's a 2-on-1. You don't want to do this. Non-Grata will TP away. Yamek will wait to make his escape. It's going to be close. Lasso should be there. And the questions will be asked. Why did you leave me, Sand King? Why?
Iceberg just tips him as well. What a player.
He died for the team. He died for the team. We salute you, sir.
That blade mail on the Medusa was the only on the Spectre, sorry, was the only reason they killed the Medusa there as well. Otherwise, she would have just turned and killed them all.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of Spectres do this. Some even doing the Mask of Madness plus blade mail, but you have to be active so early on this hero. I feel like blade mail has just become a full-on core item.
Yeah, not every game, I don't think. Sometimes, especially at the moment, we've been seeing a lot of people, they play the Spectre with the Magnus. So they farm pretty quickly already. So they can kind of get to those bigger items a little bit easier.
That's Stroth specific though, right? Like, you're not going to have Magnus every game. I feel like outside the Magnus, because of what you need to do as a Spectre and the nature of the hero, like Blade Mail, it's either, yes, it's good against indirect damage teams, but also if you don't have Blade Mail, I feel like people just jump and kill you. They don't care.
It's like a bridge item though, isn't it? I get your point. I think this is the first time I've seen a Spectre pick this patch though without the Magnus. That's why I just like referenced it, just because like I think VP picked it a lot. I know Liquid did it. Was it Liquid? I don't think, maybe it wasn't. There was another team that picked it up. Oh, but the Spectre doesn't seem massively popular at the moment just because it's so slow. And you see it this game.
Dire's top shrine.
And you think you got more
11k
time.
net worth. Deuce has 20.
Well, there's Curse and the lasso. A little bit of miscommunication there. The glimpse will drag him away. Non-Grata dodges out the arrow of the Yules. Perfectly timed to do so. And that felt like a desperate last-ditch effort from Empire. They didn't commit everything, but they commit a lot. And they'll be lucky to get away without losing anyone there.
Yeah, Sanking's a goddamn ninja scorpion after that. He's feeling himself.
Feeling pretty good. Gonna just walk in. Fire Strike's gonna be there. Sandstorm activated. And there's the Crimson Guard to make sure he doesn't feel a damn thing.
It's a haste ring.
Yep, Yule's gonna be there. He's got his haste as well. He can just run away. Meanwhile, he's just zoning out. That's all he's doing for Iceberg to hit the high ground.
Spectre has Horn, but he needs somebody to start the fight. But unfortunately,
no one
they've used all their spells already.
The Gust on the G has to activate the BKB. It's defensive. The Horn finally comes out, but it won't matter. Miposhka trying to jump in. Iceberg gets the gaze out, and all of a sudden, G has to retreat. The epicenter throw on the back foot. They're going to find Kuma. They're going to get low. Blade Mail comes out. Non-Grata can't finish off the kill. But behind Miposhka, he's trying to leave the wrong way. He's going to go down. They do lose the Disruptor, but that is it. They get Mega Creeps and Wyvern. The Pink Scout and Bar Strike's going to be there on Velio in the meantime. Non-Grata's going to be turned around on. Or he blinks away, he's fine. Silent getting low on HP, but no one wants to approach him because he hits so hard and still has the BKB to work with. They're going to go to finish. Iceberg says, why not? Just hit buildings. They can't hit us. We've got range.
How do you kill this Deucer now she has Scardy? Like, they tried. She just popped Stone Gaze and they're like, oh, okay, never mind. That fight might have been a little bit easier for them.
Oh, no, the Pharaoh strike. Now the Gust through BKB from Silent. Kuman's gone already. They're going to get the rest low. Belial's going to fall. And G, he'll escape in the tree. But where's the turnaround opportunity? He's got the arrow. He needs to hit with it. One shot, one opportunity. There it is. No, but they drag the Medusa out. But the lasso is on it. She's going to get low. These buybacks might be enough to drop the Deucer. But I don't think you can find anything else more. Or you might. Silent being slowed down here. The dagger's pursuing through. All stuff away. Is Beyonder on him. He's going to go for the TP out. But there's the use of the Winner's Curse. And Sand King's going to be too late to help. Silent tries to turn around, but just one sticky napalm makes it impossible.
has fallen.
You hold, but now you're contesting with mega creeps and your throne is fully exposed.
It's not even like they just lost their racks, they lost their tier 4s as well. This is about as hard as it gets. If they come back into this game after that, I'll be majorly impressed.
And they know the only thing they do is Roach, but look at this, Non-Grata's already waiting there. They don't have the texture for him either.
I'll never see this coming.
He knows this is the only way they try and come back into the game, to try and get this Aegis on with like somebody like the Spectre. Guarding it very patiently.
All the while they know they can't commit to a fight in around that Roach pit because there's always going to be at least two people bases you can see from Empire. You've got the Bat Rider and Delta Titan just defending. Stun coming out, Sand King making the move, Arrow will connect, but you want to follow up? Yes you do, the Hawk comes out from Kuma and he's trying to fight you. The Blade Mail is going to be the Avalanche to cover though. And on half HP, Non-Grata standing his ground, but they can see him all times. Yours is going to be there. He's got Winstrike to escape. He wants it. He'll go to the kinetic field. That'll slow him down a little bit, but they're still pursuing here. Toss away. Yame says, no, you leave my Sand Claws alone. The split will not connect. The arrow through and always want to fly. Does land though. The avalanche from Yame is huge. It will be the Sand King, but they will lose the Disruptor. Now the episode turnaround. Non-Grata. He goes in and gets 3 of them. Belial trying to move across. He's looking for the opportunity, but now Medusa's arrived again, and it's all over as GG comes out from Empire. Non-Grata, the balls of steel to close the door on any hopes for Empire to claim this first game.
Told you he's a Ninja Scorpion. Does what he wants. It survives on 300 HP. He's like, oh, don't worry, I'll just turn. I've got my blink back up again. This is fine. Pretty well played, though, by Winstrike. This Drow is looking really strong. I'd be surprised if it didn't get first banned out next game.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
James!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I will not be attending the Chongqing Major unless the ban and certain hotel entertainment channels. But of course.
Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Yeah, but fuck it.
Radiant team pick.
Brewmaster!
One more Pringle.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Alright, let's get ready to go. I'm done trolling the chat. I ended with I'm hosting the major on my channel. That's right. Type /host. Alright.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, we're back, folks. And they didn't take... Well, didn't waste, rather, any time in taking these heroes that were not banned. That's right. You're going to see a Dazzle, a Brewmaster, and, I mean, Winstrike, they love this Tiny, so I'm not surprised there.
We said at the end of the last game, I was going to be banned out, and guess what? They're like, we can't deal with this hero. It's just too annoying.
And the Sand King, of course.
And the Sand King, yeah. I mean, funny. Not, I was going to say funny. It's not funny. So, Non-Grat's been playing that hero really well, so I'm not surprised. His Veil first build, which we haven't really seen from anybody else, coming in hot. But we get to see the Drunken Panda Man. Very good hero. I think it's mostly been run as a position 4. Sometimes as a 5 and a 3, but seems to be that 4 position.
Most likely going to be that 4 or 5, seeing as Shadow Demon, Team Empire like to run this typically as a 3.
Still pretty open though. I agree with you. They could. We've seen them play it as a 3 today already, so that's where you'd put your money. But
Radiant team
I don't mind this. It's okay. They have lots of burst damage. It's like pairing it with the Centaur as well. And you just run in and clap with the Brewmaster, you get all that crit damage going as well. 100 to 0 somebody as quickly as you can. Dazzle here is so annoying though.
Yep. He got some nerfs. He was slightly tweaked, mainly focused at his cooldown reduction, mainly his level 1 cooldown reduction being maybe a little bit too high.
I mean, I've been calling for that since it came out, that cooldown reduction was too good. It's a 3 Octarine core at level 6. It's pretty ridiculous. It's down to 20% now at level 1 from 30, so it still scales up to the same amount, but it's just a little bit worse at the earlier levels of it now.
The biggest issue, of course, is this hero does so much in lane, courtesy of the Poison Touch.
Yeah, we've seen Timberman playing it mid a lot for Liquid. Surprising.
Getting solo kills on Visages, which is not something you typically see. That was something else.
The thing is, all it takes is a rotation as well, and they're dead every time. Like, it doesn't even matter if they, you can't kill them by yourself before. As soon as you get a +1, they're gone.
Even as a support, of course, you Poison Touch, then you just run at someone, and there's not many heroes that can trade effectively with you in that scenario.
Especially when there's a lot of tanky heroes being picked up at the moment, like things like Axes and Brewmasters and whatnot. This Poison Touch is just so effective because it just chips away at them so well.
Especially considering a lot of those heroes were moving too slow. Of course, there was a slight tweak in regards to movement speeds. Any melee hero under 300 movement speed did get an additional 5 in the most recent patch. No surprise though, because they were too slow. Like the disparity between agi heroes and like anything else was getting ridiculous. And then if you're a melee hero, it's doubly bad.
You're making all these tanky double bracer heroes better. Oh god, scary.
Let's be totally honest, it's the agi heroes that are winning these games. Do I need to turn your attention to last game?
Hey, it was only the int heroes that weren't winning the games, dude. Apart from Dazzle. Dazzle just wins all the time.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the huge int buff so that we see things like the Shrek come back, because right now they're not a thing. Most of them are not. DP is not a thing as a perfect example.
Dean has dropped off really hard as well.
Oh yeah. Why get that when you get Lion? You don't need to build an axe to shotgun people down. You just need to finger a few throughout the game.
Oh, don't just start me on this mid line. I hate it so much. It's horrendous.
Radiant
You
team
just have to counter it with a mid AA.
You use finger and then you don't have your ult for again for like 10 minutes or whatever the cooldown is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but then you get an axe.
Oh, KP. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. Valve just doesn't give you like a 5,000 gold item for free. Oh, no, wait. Dazzle got an Octarine.
Yeah, but you know, I'm fingering a bunch of people and I know I'm going to get that axe. And then I win the game. It's all good.
There you go, ET again.
Alright, another good hero. Very powerful hero. Very good in this everyone likes armor meta.
I was going to say, this minus armor with the Dazzle and the ET now is going to be horrible to play against with the natural order. God.
Time to invest your stocks in strength heroes. No more agi heroes, Team Empire.
10 seconds.
They could be brave to do that. I don't know what you go for in this scenario that's really going to handle that at the moment. I wouldn't advise Terrorblade. That's the quickest way to die in any situation.
True. The ET is really good against Brewmaster as well. We've talked about, you know, having these really tanky supports that can match up against each other. Things like Undying, Elder Titan, Brewmaster. You can't just trade hits. And then one team picks Brewmaster, you're like, well, we need to one-up you. And we're going to pick this Elder Titan that's even more tanky with the armor that it gives from the Spirit now as well as the damage. I like this.
Yeah, back to G's speciality, of course. He done very well that last game, and this time you have the Shadow Demon to set up arrows.
It makes me think it might possibly be Shadow Demon support now. It rotates towards mid lane as well.
Possibly. There are options.
It's just nice to keep your draft so open when you're like 3 picks in as well. Oh god.
And Winstrike commit. And this is an interesting choice. A lot of people feeling this hero doesn't really have a place in the new meta because it's a little bit too fast.
Yeah, I haven't seen this hero in the new patch at all, but I mean the idea is still the same. People thought that about Terrorblade at the time and people just carried on picking it and they were like, oh, never mind, it's fine. Like as soon as you get to like that 25-minute mark, yes, it's a little bit greedy at the start, but you farm so quickly.
5 seconds remaining.
Like they don't take towers particularly well on Empire at the moment, so
It's gonna be interesting to see how this interacts with the Shadow Demon, especially because he's gonna have a prime target in the late game to just snatch away. Oh, okay. This isn't a bad way of dealing with the arc threat. You know, you jump him first.
It's all right. It's a hero that can build blink as well, so it allows you to just blink and get on top of the Arc Warden. I don't mind this. They're what's the Mirana Arc Warden matchup like? That sounds pretty.
10 seconds remaining.
That sounds great for Mirana, I'll be honest.
No, because you get
5
fluxed, and if you don't want to be impacted by flux, you have to move towards a creep wave, which means then you can't trade because you aggro creeps. It's like pretty much standard with all ranged heroes.
So they picked Jug, so I imagine it. Yeah, look at it at the moment. It's probably going to be either the Shadow Demon support, and then the Brewmaster will either be the 3 or the 4. Be my guess. Like they probably put the Brewmaster as the 3, Shadow Demon as the 4 in that lane. They could put the Shadow Demon with the Jug as well. There's a lot of damage there.
That's the thing. They could actually run. It could be that both the Brewmaster and the Shadow Demon are supports. Like that is an option as well.
Yeah, definitely. It could. I mean, I don't know if anybody else from Empire would play Mirana apart from G, but they could do the Brewmaster with the Mirana in one of the side lanes as well. I think you just want to give G his hero.
Let him do what he done. All right, he done fine last game. The issue was picking Spectre, not exactly unadvisable.
But they had a couple of really weak supports as well, so 80's not weak, but you know, didn't scale massively well. And Wyvern just felt so useless last game. The hero.
The pressure was very good from Winstrike. Like, don't take anything. Oh, you know, yes, the draft could have been better, but also the way Winstrike applied pressure meant that you couldn't even use the Wyvern the way you typically would, which is stick it in a lane, make sure it keeps stuff shoved out, it gets an item or two, then it helps. Pretty rough.
Yeah. You tend to see it played as a 4 though. I agree, you just want to shove it in like the dead lane, as BSJ would say. Just constantly push it out, but they've got so far behind.
How much did Brian pay to say that?
He didn't do.
How much?
I'm a big Brian.
Name the price.
I wonder what they pick now though. It feels like they have some okay team fight, but it feels like they're lacking a little bit of catch here on Empire. Like they're very reliant on this disruption into like an arrow or something.
They definitely could do with another stun.
You need something that can like start fights and get on top of this Arc Warden.
Oh, you could commit to the Lich here. You could actually go for a Lich. Nope. Okay,
yeah,
so it's going to be a core. It's going to be Kunkka.
This is really good. It makes up for the lack of catch, gives them more team fight. It lanes up really well against the Arc Warden. I assume it's going to be mid Kunkka, but
should be. Yeah, it's that case of like we just had this discussion. Like ranged heroes, you get screwed over by Flux, whereas a melee hero you can actually go into the creep wave and not be too worried.
They have really good base damage as well up against the Arc Warden, so pretty good. They don't push towers very well though, especially against this magnetic field from the Arc Warden. I feel like if they want to win this game on Empire, they need to really kind of do well in their lanes, get some good kills early on with this Shadow Demon into arrow and whatnot. Try and focus on getting as many objectives as they can early on, because it's only going to get really difficult at, you know, like we said, the 25-minute mark or so when Arc Warden really starts to come online.
Yeah, I think you need this Kunkka to be very, very active as soon as he can. Like once he reaches 6, he needs to get a kill in his lane, and then by 8, he needs to look for like a rotation into a bush.
Yeah.
Where do you go though?
You need some kind of burst here, I think, on Radiant. So they have the tiny, but like they're lacking a little bit of damage at the moment. Someone to carry them through until the Arc Warden really comes online. Are they going to
right.
Now select your hero.
Lina, hero, you said hasn't been looking too hot in this most recent patch.
It also means they're going to put the Arc Warden as the safe laner, and then put the Lina mid instead up against the Kunkka. Kunkka does really well in this matchup for like up until about level 3. Then the Lina constant harass just constantly kicks in. But when you get level 6 on the Kunkka, you always have kill threat, so you can go both ways.
Very easy to get those kills at 6 as well. Lina's not exactly the most tanky individual, and X means it's practically impossible to get away.
Who's picking the Kunkka? That's what I want to know. Is it going to be Shadow Demon 5, Kunkka 4, Brew 3? Like, there's so many different things they can do here.
Yeah, it has to be the Kunkka. I think you have to commit to the Kunkka mid. I don't think Mirana fares well against Lina.
G's just going to be screaming at Maposhka though, like, why aren't you landing the arrows? I would have been able to do that.
What are these plays? What is that? What is that mount? What is that mount?
Or Shadow Demon.
All right. That's that
mount is ugly, by the way.
It is a horrifying mount. But we do see a lot more teams trying to experiment with the Brewmaster in the 5. It takes a certain composition of team members. Of course, it's become very infamous courtesy of Puppy.
Yeah, it's all these tanky supports. Like Doom's one that's been picked more more and more recently as well. I know Pain were playing it, Liquid were playing it as well.
Stupidly tanky. Like, people are looking at it the wrong way. They assume it's just like, Scorched Earth is useless now or whatever. It's about how good Devour is now. You can just take 1 point in it. It's like, people used to talk about Doom in that if you found a satyr and you got the health regen, you basically won your lane. Well, now you always find that satyr no matter what creep you eat.
Like 11 HP regen when you get the satyr or something stupid as well, so
it is pretty absurd. But yeah, it removed the limits on that hero, because his big issue originally was that he needed Scorched Earth to escape or engage and to heal. It was too many things reliant on one spell.
Like, you kind of had to max it, but then you wanted to max out your Infernal Blade as well, because that's where a lot of your damage came from. I've still seen people mostly on the support go 1-3-1 still, so. No, there's not a Doom in this game, KP. We don't care. Right?
Yeah, we don't. We won't get in too deep, but the point is, like, these type of heroes that can brawl. That's to bring it back around. It's all about these heroes that have decent regen or a big pool of health, and they can just get up in your face. And Brewmaster is definitely one of those with the new Drunken Brawler.
Yes. I'm looking forward to this Kunkka getting a double bracer though, and then the Lina won't be able to kill him because of the extra magic resistance. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely a hero that benefited. Of course, you typically would already see Kunkkas before the most recent patch pick up double brace. Now you just get magic resistance as well. You're a happy chappy. Not chappy. Whoa, chappy's not an Empire anymore, guys.
He probably will be soon.
Actually, is he? I can't remember. Is he on the other team? I can't remember. I don't think he is.
Don't think so. I think Empire have had so many different roster changes though, trying to find like a mix of players that work. Chappie kept coming back, and then he disappeared, and then he came back.
So you've got team. So this is Faith. Obviously, the other one was Hope. No, they don't have him. I can't remember if they kept him on as like sub.
Possibly, yeah.
No, he's left. He's actually left.
Okay.
He's gone. You know, he's fled the Rooster, gone back to his pubs where he's gonna show you how to really use those shadow amulets. Good lad.
Adam picks up the Orb of Venom, by the way, on the Brewmaster, which is interesting. Just that little bit of effectiveness in like a 1v1 against the ET. Or sure.
Yeah,
so
the rundown.
Always nice.
The rundown as well. Like I actually kind of like this because with the new Drunken Brawler, you can actually reach the target pretty quickly.
You see some people go for the Stout Shield still, though, just for that. You only have one armor on the Brew, so...
I mean, that's the thing. I'm looking at it now. I would have been more okay if it had been just, like, start 3 tangos, get Stout, get an Orb of Venom, go for an early kill. This is, like,
Top
you're full in, and if you don't get him and he turns around for a second, you're not trading effectively.
Forever.
Need some extra harass down off that joke before he gets to late.
They're pressuring him pretty hard. The TPs will come in as they send one of them bot. That's going to be Yamich. There you go, man. Just walks in and just... Crits. Get your crits right here.
Up against the other beefy man. So will be nice.
But you don't feel pretty beefy with that 20-second cooldown Drunken Brawler. I say 15 because you've got
like,
4
I can do this too. Watch me.
Which one are you more scared of though? Which one? Like, especially seeing as you can't brawl with the Brewmaster, because the part that people usually forget about with the new Drunken Brawler is the chance to hit yourself.
Oh, that's the Cinder Brew.
Oh, the Cinder Brew, isn't it? Yeah, my bad. I'm getting mixed up.
God damn it, Kate.
You know, it's just I've been watching stupid stuff recently. I watched a guy like crit himself from half HP, and it was like the most. Like I looked at it and I questioned life. Always want to fly, questioning his life as he goes down the top lane. But, you know, he could get the Cinder Brew at level 2.
How does that happen, by the way?
I wanted to not. You may always want to fly, but simply put, that shouldn't be happening.
They don't even have the soul
disrupted
catcher
him.
yet.
They disrupted him. Like that was it. And I don't really understand where they got that additional damage. Like it's Blade Fury doing most of the work, but he should just about be able to get away. Actually, no, Nongra. Yeah, he didn't have the tree. Here it goes again. Avalanche out this time. Human hasn't got the Blade Fury though. They're just going to hit up and always want to fly, and it's a lot of damage done. Healing wave in return though. Valior. Uh-oh. Nongra just wants to tap. Can he get it? Can he get a taste? He actually cancelled the attack. He's going to throw out the tree, but the poison touch runs out. Valior will still go down though.
Yeah, good kill. Lots of damage coming the other way from this Dazzle and Tiny though in this lane. Again, if you can keep up with that poison touch, you can just run them down, especially when that spin's not up. Bot lane as well though, they're going on Yamich on the ET.
Oh, they're getting low. Yamich is gone. And Silent will just try and harass him out a little bit. Man taking a lot of damage because he doesn't have that stout, of course. Boss coming out though. Looks like there's a little bit of lag for Kuman.
Brew wins the man fight war up against the ET.
He really does. And like to go back to that point, it is a fair point because once he puts up just one level in the Cinebrew, that's you can't even try and brawl for a second because if you hit yourself for 100 extra damage, you're gonna kill yourself as an old time. Yeah,
a lot of Brewmasters are going for like 4-1-1, and but some of them just skip the Cinder Brew completely though, and they get the second point in Drunken Brawler and they go 4-0-2 instead. I think it depends on the game, but
I think it depends on the lane.
Yeah, definitely.
The magic damage, right? Like because you need to reproc it.
Imagine this game, he might just skip it and go for the second point in Drunken Brawler, but we'll have to see.
Well,
like the value point's so good though on the Cinder Brew.
Definitely. Were you like me when that change first got made and it was based on elements, so fire damage?
I hated it. It's so dumb.
Like it was so dumb. But did you straight away go Battle Rider Brewmaster? Sounds like the lane.
Phoenix as well. I tested it in the lobby when it first came out and it wasn't working well, which I was really annoyed about.
Like some of the things that were counting as fire as well. I can't remember. There was one spell that was apparently fire, and there was no logical reason for it to be. I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what it was either.
Like I've just forgotten about that choice because it was one of the worst choices I think I'd seen made. We were just.
By the way, he's just going to start smashing this jug under the tower while he's trying to farm.
I mean, he can't even try and spin to burst him down because Tiny has 1,000 HP already. Reasonable hero, Valve. Reasonable hero.
I think he's just going to hit almost every CS, but then the tower, he crit just before the tower hit. That's unfortunate.
Tiny's still doing pretty well. You expect this, though. Tiny is this type of hero that will get a CS lead regardless. Just hits too hard.
I mean, this is when the hero is definitely strongest, especially as a core. This laning stage, especially when you deny creeps, it doesn't push the wave out anymore.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Bot lane as well, they're going on Yamich again.
And they get him low. This is not the way you retreat, though. Meanwhile, on the other side, Miposhka being chased down by Silent. There come the Spark Graves. Miposhka slowed down. He's going to fare far up. It's going to be close. He doesn't have any leaps left is the problem here. Balls of Steel trying to stand his ground. They move through. Another fairy fire. Yamich trying to get involved now. Miposhka. Starstorm out. Yamich one's up. This is so close. No, he turns around. Yamich gets the kill and then retreats inside the Spark Grave.
Come into my little home. And Madden's like, oh god.
Madden's ready. He's like, I'm ready to get drunk again. Let's go. And that kind of gal. Let's begin. Clap. There we go. 1 tap, 2 tap. See you later. Arrow not needed.
It was a zoning arrow though. It's fine.
Intimidation arrows.
Yeah. This mid lane's really even though. I'm impressed with how even it is actually, I'll be honest.
Jug. Alright. Longrada snipes him out. I mean, it's about the highlights been late because I think it's a fair point. She has a slight level of edge, but Lino shouldn't be faring this well. She really shouldn't. This is not like you should be denied a lot. He did go for the Quillen Blade to begin with, and I don't know if you feel like this right now. I don't like seeing the Quillen Blades right now.
You need to though. Like, you see at the moment, Iceberg's just going to start spamming him out over and over again. Like you have to be really careful on G.
There we go. Iceberg's going to be zoned back to his base though. It would take a few CS, but Madden with a backstab.
Really important what he just did though. Before he dies, he just pushes out the wave to make sure he doesn't lose any damage on his tower. I know it sounds small, but it's these little things that do add up. He's going to die anyway.
No, that chip damage eventually leads to a felled tower, and you don't want to be surrendering yours first in the mid lane. Just enables easy roach defense. You will rarely ever see a team walk into the pit if their opponent's tier 1 is still standing.
Both teams need to get vision around this mid area now, and you see Iceberg TP's in, picks up the ward that always
Yamich. Oh, it's so close. 25 HP.
Stout Shield Gaming did.
Works out. I mean, you know, Starstorm was what was going to finish him off, but the right clicks before that, the Stout Shield makes the difference. Has Madden gone back for one? No, he went straight to the boots. Gets himself a bracer as well. Time to tank up.
It's all about being able to chase people down. He did go for the second point in Drunken Brawler, by the way. I like this. It's such a good skill. The Cinderbrew just doesn't really have that much value early on here.
It's also the cooldown. Like the cooldown's the big thing as well. Like it's only 1 second, but when you think about the uptime of that spell,
there's a haste.
Yes, indeed.
Kuka's level 6 as well. Oh god, I can see how this is going to go.
Yeah, so this is going to be the classic rinse repeat. X boat torrent, and actually it's going to be a rinse repeat of what just happened to Iceberg a few moments ago. Boats coming in right now. Dazzle is here. Can they protect? He's got Shallow Grave. And G, does he want to go on this? Torrent makes Iceberg go the other way. Madden moving through right now. Has got the clap. Laguna thrown out. But the buff that keeps he alive. He needs to move away, but the poison touch on it means he's going to fall as well. Always want to fly, claims the kill.
That's for Tanker always want to fly. He's actually just at level 5 because of that kill as well. It's a very level Dazzle now.
Yeah, Madden needs to be careful.
Yeah, that early point in Shallow Grave as well being the only thing that allowed him to that return kill.
They're looking for more on both sides here. You see the way Miposhka is positioned. Same with Yamich.
Radiant's middle tower is
Here comes Lena. Madden, which way do you want to go? Choose your poison. It's going to go for the TP away. Cancels. He baits out the Light Strike array, but still dies. It was a cute attempt. But
50 gold from the brew forced. Worth. Smarana's not farming very well though in the bot lane.
She is not. 4 to 6 in terms of levels. It's not good. Storm. Oh, it's so close. Miposhka makes it out, but barely on 70 HP from full.
It's great that your Brewmaster's been getting kills and whatnot, but if Art Warden's farming, he's got 20 denies as well. Like, everybody has seen how much an Art Warden can farm. He actually goes for the boots, by the way, on Silent as well. I like most people have been skipping them and being greedy, but I like this. He's not going Necrobook either. He's going Midas instead because he went for the Wraith bans.
It's the chase down potential as well. I mean, you saw how close Miposhka was to dying there. You can force out his leaps and still chase him down because of the flux.
Yeah.
Use the kills. Actually, if you look at those level disparities that are starting to creep in, there's none as big as the one between Mirana and the Arc Warden, but it's a slight one. You can see it between Kuman and his opponent, his counterpart, is that Arc Warden, of course. And Kuman, level 6 is big. Omni-Slash can easily net you a kill.
Yeah, definitely. He doesn't want to lay up against this Tiny, though, because of this big base damage difference. Just move back to the jungle for now. I imagine he's trying to try and give the lane to a support, but there's not a support taking the XP here, which is weird.
They want Silent. They're going for him here. They already threw out the arrow and wasted it, though. The sleep's going to be there. The turnaround, Velio's taking a lot of damage. He needs to move away. Sparkgrave slowed down Poshka. It's so much nuke damage. Instead, they'll turn on a man, and the Jungle Brawler's ran out. He doesn't want to fight anymore. Sparkgrave's going to be there and tanked by Miposhka. Arrow connects with damage there. They're going to turn around. The other Tiny's going in for the storm. He can't get it off in time now, man, and move forward. Feeling a little bit drunk, a little bit tipsy. But he's just going to force Silent away. And while that's happening, Kuman falls as Iceberg snipes him out.
Nice return kill by Iceberg. Like, he loses here.
Iceberg? He did.
Back to 4.
Yeah, I always want to fly. It's fine. He's fine.
He's a
CP
guys. Morana's in trouble here. Just leaving to the front.
Oh, she's got the blocks. Madden. Sparkgrave is there. Drunken Brawler's about to run out as well. He's in a little bit of trouble. He throws out the Cinder Brew. Give him time to escape, maybe. Yamich, he's got the Astrons 5. Kuman's waiting here. He's got the smoke. Always want to fly. Does have that shallow grave, though. They're going to turn around to Madden. Sparkgrave comes out. Flux to slow him down. That is a very dead Brewmaster. Now the spin coming out. Kuman tries to go for the rune. Always want to fly. Picks it up, though. Sneaks in. I'm going to find anything. He has got the Omni-Slash. He doesn't want to commit it, though, because always wants to fly. Does have the shallow grave. Will commit it now. Kuman forced to use the Omni-Slash. Yamish. Silent is there. Going to keep on walking. One more tap will do it. It's going to fall. Kuman's still alive. Stomp's going to be there. This action continues in Miposhka. Get low on HP. Leaps in. Goes on. Always want to fly. Look for the turnaround and find it. The neutral creep almost got the kill onto the Dazzle, but won't be able to. And Yamich still chasing through with that big fat staple gun. He needs one more tap, but Velio has the disruption coming off cooldown. In fact, he mistimed it because he could have hit one more time before the disruption was available.
What is Iceberg doing?
Iceberg is on an adventure. A very intriguing adventure.
ET as well.
He's gone back in. Interesting choices all around from Winstrike as, I don't know, is this them giving a handicap or what? Because these are some very questionable moves.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was weird. I don't know what Iceberg's doing between the tier 2 and the tier 3 mid as well. I didn't see that, but interesting.
Well, now G gets active. The only person ever punished is Nongrata. This is a big kill thing, get it. But look, Silent arrives. Kuman with a spin. He doesn't have the Omni-Slash anymore. G bringing the bow in. Silent will sidestep it. Doesn't move the Tempest double though. The damage will now start to add up on G. Now the Flash coming out. Nice control from Nongrata. Trying to zone out that healing ward. He is so tanky. The boat buff about to run out. He's starting to feel it, but now they're going to turn around. Nongrata's going to go down. Split's going to be there. They might turn around and look for Silent, but he's a little bit too far gone.
This boat buff on the double bracer is so hard to bring down.
It is ridiculous. The match resistance especially is the big difference that people seem to forget about. Making all the difference here, as of course, Silence damage is primarily magical.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so it's just the Morana that's really kind of lagging behind a little bit, but even then, like the Brewmaster's farming pretty well. He basically becomes a 4th core, so
Indeed.
I don't think they're too worried here on Empire.
No, in fact, they're feeling pretty bold. They want to go find a kill on the Iceberg. Moonlight Shadow has been used. Leap forward, arrow, Iceberg. Oh, that was so close. They're going to keep on chasing regardless. Purge to slow him down. Torrent's going to be there. The boat coming in as well. No, that's a very dead. Look at Lena. She's barely alive. Is she going to live? She's alive. The shallow grave just in case, but that aggression does not pay off for the side of Empire.
That was a really nice play by the Shadow Demon there. Like when the Dazzle TP'd in before you could get the grave off, we just disrupted him. Would have been the only hope to try and kill the Lena there. So
I was trying to check. I don't think that wasn't raindrops from Iceberg. That was just sheer tankiness.
He's gone for the treads just for the extra survivability as well. Double null. Got lots of stats on this Lena. He understands if the main way he dies is from 100 to 0 basically, from this Kunkka or from the Shadow Demon with an arrow. So it's safe.
Does get back to the mid lane quickly there to make sure they can't push in. The arrow once again fluff. They want this tower or they want this Lena. Either one. They need him badly. And look at Tiny with the backstab. They're stacked pretty hard for an avalanche. And they go for it. The blinking avalanche there. They use the disruption, but stunned up. Velio stuck it. Toss across. Looking to move forward. Velio down to half HP. But they'll back away. That is the blink reveal. Not really getting the impact they were looking for.
Silent's getting a lot of space though in this top lane on the Arc Warden. Like we mentioned before, you give that Arc Warden a little bit of space, he's going to come online very quickly. So just have to be a little bit wary here if you're Empire.
Nope. He will just creep up on you. It's a hero that wants to farm, especially with that Midas online. It's going towards the Maelstrom next.
Like Empire trying to make things happen, but they're committing a lot of resources to these kills. So if they don't go well and they don't get the kills, then waste so much of their time that they could have been farming.
Oh no, Miposhka gets found. They knew about this blink, and yet they boldly stand in front of the Arc Warden when they can't see the Tiny. BD bot.
Let's see, do you see like how quickly they got that kill and how low committal it was? Like 2 heroes smoking, they run towards the Arc Warden who was already there.
And now always want to fly, just TPing out on their face. Disruption's going to be there, but Madden doesn't want to be here anymore. The Tempest double doing a lot of work. They're going to get him low. Always want to fly, trying to kite out. Madden is going to be close, but the Poison Touch should tick him down. The Spark Wraith will get the final touch.
Silent gets a kill. I mean, Daz was quite happy to give his life up, especially if Silent gets kill in return.
Absolutely, and now he is top of the net worth, and it is just going to increase from here on out. There is a push in the bot lane. The bow. Oh no, blink away. Non-Grata. Close, but no cigar. And Iceberg is here. That is an abort. They need everyone out. Kuman has got the Blade Fury. He can go for the TP out if he wants to. Oh, no, Light Striker though. He waits. Moonlight Shadow protects. The spin's going to be there. Moonlight Shadow still got half duration. No, split through. The deep connect on a G will drag him back. They won't realize it just yet. They move forward with a Sentry Vision on Kuman. Moonlight Shadow is running out very soon. If he's going to juke and weave his way out of this, he has to be quick.
Coming through, they're going to be able to see him here. If they move it through the trees.
No, they don't. Kuman, he is going to dodge a bullet here.
Again, more space for Silent. Like the guy that was closest to him was the Juggernaut, who's had to run away now and isn't really doing anything at this point. So they have to try and find Silent here.
He wants to
find your #1 priority.
He wants to find Iceberg. Like this is not a kill that happened. This giant creep wave here. Maybe with Brew though. Thankfully the creep's quick enough. He's got the split as well. They're moving in Iceberg. A little bit greedy. Light Strike Array. Doesn't matter. Go for the TP away. You'll make it. They didn't lead with the split. The greed is punished by making sure you get nothing.
What Silent's doing, by the way, with this Arc Warden, is just putting these Spark Wraiths down just for vision, so that if they come and gank him, then he knows just to run away. He's putting down them all the common paths, so that they can't get to him unless they walk past the Spark Wraiths, and then he knows, and he just pegs it out of there.
Yeah, we do see Slot Non-Grata. Uh-oh. Someone else is seeing again. It's the aggression card from Madden. Toss away. The X is already on Non-Grata though, and the Torrent coming in. Should be enough, but the Shallow Grave is there. They do commit the split, but can they get Non-Grata is the question. Light Striker ready to slow down the Brew Pandas.
They got the
X once again on Non-Grata. He's in trouble this time. He gets hit up so he can't blink away. They get the kill looking for, but now there might be some ventures being had on the back foot. The Tempest double does get a lot low. Empire looking fine.
Got Elder Titan as well, which is always nice. I think that must. Opens up Roche a little bit more for this Dire side.
They have smoked up. They're not done with their aggression just yet. They got the boat off cooldown. They need to maximize the use of this Kunko, who now has a Shadow Blade.
Just helps your ganking potential so much when you get the Shadow Blade. By casting wards and whatnot. Non-Grata's got a really good lane, and he got this blink, but he's level 10 now. Like
he is. He's going on to the Kunka here. Decent damage done, but that is not the target you go for on the side. The Purge on the Yamiche is gone. He gets the Earth Splitter down.
Silent
Connect on him on the pings. Iceberg's been seen. Arrow connects through as well. That is a very stunned Lina, and a very dead one at that. And they find Silent on the side.
Silent died to an Omni Slash from Kuman.
Oh no, this is going very bad for Winstrike now.
And now has a Battle Fury as well.
Nicely completed. He says you're not the only one that can farm Silent. Non-Grata. He has to know. What are you doing here? The X draw back into the Torrent. They can't get the arrow because the creeps. No, he actually blinked away. They mistimed it again. Non-Grata still gets found though. Disruption's there. Belior, the arrow is timed. And it's timing everything at this stage. Non-Grata turns around. Damage on Miposhka is good, but not good enough.
To be fair, if they hit that arrow, because he threw it before the disruption even came out, that would have been amazing. So, too surprised they missed that one.
They did get all these kills, but they don't get any objectives is the problem.
Torrents and the timings on them, but he's been doing a really good job on non grata with his quick fingers for the blink straight after the X, but just, you know, fake pump it a couple of times or something and make him think that you're torrenting earlier than you actually are.
It's definitely something that you probably don't expect to see happening, but like I said, you could try and fake it out a little bit. In fact, it used to be all the rage for Kunkkas, from lane to beyond. And once you've had that happen to you 2-3 times, you've got to actually start to rethink how you approach catching non-grata.
Yeah. I talked Silent so big that, like, I talked him up a lot on this Arc Warden as well, but the way he's built it, he hasn't got this Necro 1, which we used to see quite a lot, so he doesn't have a bridge item to help him get through the early game, where he can't really fight. He's kind of just avoiding everybody this whole time, and it becomes like this 4 versus 5 scenario where Empire are doing a really good job of making the most of that and getting as much map control as they can.
They'll keep finding pickoffs though, non-grata with the DD. Maybe they can actually go for the Juggernaut as well, who just got the Omni Slash off cooldown. Iceberg moving in. Gonna poke and prod. He has got the Yules, just don't want to commit it though. Honestly, yeah, I think he could have.
Yeah, but he's just going to spin TP afterwards anyway, so...
I think he's worried about the Omni Slash more than that though. Like, he has to keep that Yules, right?
There's an ET next to him and stuff like that as well, so... Like, the problem is, this Jug has pretty much a free game, because whenever he's alone, he can just spin TP and they have nothing to stop him. So they have to get Tiny to be, like, initiate on him before he starts to spin, if they have any chance of killing him.
Damage, living life on the edge. He will TP out before he can be X after hitting the stomp on a Kunkka. They're just trying to secure some runes. That was the same thing happened for Winstrike in the top, as they were zoning out the Marana. And Silent making absolutely sure that they didn't take their own runes.
Step lively now. Your animal is on.
That's kind of the worry factors. Do you want to run into the fog against an Arc Warden? I don't think anyone does.
No, it's scary, isn't it? Especially running up high ground against him where you just don't see him before you make the jump.
This is scary. Always want to fly. He has got the Arc nearby, so he'll be feeling emboldened. Miposhka wants to do this. I wouldn't advise.
That clone doing a lot of damage to Kuman down in the bot lane as well.
Not enough though. It'll be fine. He'll walk it off. And in the end, Miposhka decides it's not worth the risk to try that for a plus 5 kill.
Tower is under attack.
The problem is, I think the issue you run into is, like, against this type of plus 5 though, you have to look for that entry kill because it's a shallow grave.
He tried to arrow the catapult. One of the creeps that was attacking the tower got aggro to him and it killed the creep instead. Oh god.
Close, but no cigar. Silent. He has got the Tempest double. He can commit to this push pretty easily. Especially seeing as people are about to show in the mid lane. Madden already on the creep wave. non-grata wants an opportunity, but he hasn't got his team back in there. The split was committed. The tower did get denied by Miposhka.
Dude, this Juggernaut has 2 butterflies queued up. It's probably a misclick, but I hope it's not.
I really don't want it to be. The attack speed. It's all about that attack speed.
Look how aggressive Kuman can play down here.
Oh, looks like already caught him here. Laguna as well. The damage is big. Kuman playing aggressive, as you said. And now, it might not pay off. The damage is so close to transport. Kuman, he gets found. He could not get the Omni Slash out in time. Then looking for Madden next. Can they get him is the question. Iceberg, there's the Yules. Light Strike Array is ready. Brewmaster, he is not prepared. Actually, are they going to find another one? Yamich, purged up by Velior, but Velior needs to run. The stacks of poison are increasing pretty quickly here. Almost gets him. He procs it too early. Velior is not your Miposhka when it comes to know when you do hit that button.
I was about to say in that bot lane before, look how aggressive Kuman can play because he can just spin TP away, but that was a really good TP from Iceberg into the trees. Just to make sure he didn't see him. And with the cast range talent at level 10 on Lina as well, means he can get that LSA off first.
That's the thing, it's something we haven't really seen too much of more recently. Like, people typically take the damage, but you can see the impact, especially the Yules as well as the Light Strike Array, just all things benefit.
Really? I've seen, like, I think everybody take the cast range that I've seen.
I think, like, I haven't seen too many Linas recently, but, like, the old school Lina, like, it used to always be damage, right? Like, they just wanted to hit hard.
Yeah, people used to build this like where they transitioned, didn't they?
Yeah, like MKB or Daedalus, these type of items.
I've seen more people been building it for the Aether Lens than the Axon build. But
I like that better. Non-grata. He's pretty tanky. They're trying to go in, they commit the split. The Torrent gets dodged out. Non-grata knows it's too late to live though. It's just a matter of who gets to kill him. Be the Marana.
She needs to go. It's fine.
They used the Cyclone here actually. They have got the arrow. Damage. No, he doesn't have to bodyguard it correctly. Connects on always want to fly the movement in. The torrent's going to be down to 2 now. The stop comes out, but it won't matter. Both already dead. Strike array, Laguna, Marana protected by the disruptor. Exit, draw back the iceberg. Can he get away? Yes. Let's keep saying the G is not timing these X's back in time. He doesn't have torrents at all in that case. Everyone build blink daggers.
So, to be fair, if he'd have got the X torrent combo off there without torrent, I'd have been very impressed. So,
you know, it's next level. All right, they're just prepping though, right? There's a point at which you'll listen to non-gratis say I escaped, and they're going, what? And they're like, yeah, he doesn't time these things right ever. Just put blink daggers.
Silence still can't fight because he's got Midas, Mjolnir, Bolts, Boots, and Travel. So they walk into the roach pit, use that fact.
The 2-layer cross, Silence going to harass him a little bit now. Maybe he can get a kill on the Madden if he does enough there. Big ass though. Non-Grata moves in, spin forced out because of the avalanche. They don't find any cherries for the pickings. And Empire, they'll be very happy to walk away without Aegis on their Juggernaut.
Do you know what the strat is here, KP?
Is it everyone build Necro books because your Arc Warden didn't and you thought he was going to? And then just a push?
Right. Tiny builds a Daedalus, right? And then always want to fly, starts taking branches around with him.
Oh, yes, of course.
You like, raise him off.
He's that tiny. Human? That's a lot of damage. He'll be fine. Non-Grata might not be the... Oh, my God. The crits with the purge. Hopefully, the fruit split them up a little bit. Disruption's going to be there, but he doesn't have blink for another 2 seconds. If only it was the old blink. He's going to walk it off, though. Actually, won't be able to find him. They'll finally commit the Omni Slash knowing he was going to hit. And Silence Tempest Double tries to do something here. In the bot lane, though, the real Arc Warden. Force all the leaps out. Miposhka does escape, though.
That's fine, though. As long as you get out here on the Marana, that's absolutely fine. Not a big deal.
This game looking pretty good for Empire, and the questions that you just got asked right now is, what the hell is this Arc Warden pick going to do for you at this rate? Because he's, like you said, he's still farming.
Wins you the game in the late game, but the question is, can you get there first?
It's a very good question. Iceberg dying here might enable him to go high ground, so you need to fight. Silent does arrive in the fight. The X is going to draw him back, though, into a big fat boat. A little bit of trouble, stunned up. Shallow Grave protect. He can actually turn around and try and fight this, but he's too low on HP. He wants to live. He doesn't want to die. Laguna. Shotgun on the Juggernaut. Maybe able to walk it off. Silent trying to hide here. Protected by the Shadow Amulet. Actually, the final brew is left. He needs to get out of here. He wants to kill so bad on Silent, but he can't find it. Now the turnaround is going to be the Yules. Light Strike Array. Tossed in the air. And that's a very gone Brewmaster.
And that was so important that Silent died there. For his life, but because he has Midas up. So there you go.
The most crucial element of any hero building a Midas. You must use it 100% of the time. How else you can get that value with the tempo of the game being so quick right now? There's Human. I'll go for the spin. We'll manage to get out. Someone needs to buy an Abyssal, please. Sadly, none of them buy Abyssals. So you can buy sheep sticks, though. Eventually, he'll get to that stage. If Juggernaut gets jumped first, he's dead.
Okay.
Between that Juggernaut,
I'd like
being harassed. That's a lot of damage.
Really like to see.
Kuman?
Oh.
It's fine.
I'd really like to see. I really want to see him build a blink though, just to be able to get on top of this Arc Warden. I think it's really important here. They don't have great gap close at the moment. If Silent stays all the way back, if he builds a Dragon Lance or something, they're really going to struggle to kill him.
I mean, first initiation is crucial here anyway, because you know this Arc Warden's eventually going to look maybe towards the Silence or the Sheep Stick, at which stage your life becomes a living hell. This is interesting. Smirk, Light Strike Array, Lagoon is going to be there, and Shadow Demon no longer is. Madden been slowed as well, actually. Feeling pretty greedy. The arrow, Silent walks back into it. Madden sidesteps the Light Strike Array. They can't get on top of the Arc Warden. They're going to leap in now, looking for him. The X is going to be there. Silent made a big boo-boo. Maybe Shallow Grave coming up. Right off the turn around the avalanche. The Goober's going to get out as well. They pop the Aegis. They'll finally get rid of Silent and his Tempest double, but they have to pop the Aegis, and then 2 heroes as well to do it. X draw back. Arrows there with the Torrent. Non-Grata down to half HP. Kuma taking a lot of damage. He wants to Omni Slash. They're like, no way in hell are you getting the Shallow Grave out to Non-Grata to get the kill to Marana, and they kite the living hell out of this Juggernaut.
Really well played by Always on a Fly, just sitting on the high ground, making sure he was out of distance of everybody. Just pounding away at people. Yeah, the fact that Jug couldn't get his Omni Slash off there was pretty unfortunate. And that Grave just allowing Silent to output so much damage.
And it should be highlighted, that came off the back of a huge mistake by Winstrike, because Silent had all the time in the world to dodge that arrow.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have the vision, and because it was nighttime, you don't see it until really late.
he did take an interesting way. You see, the arrow coming this way, and his method of dodging was this.
But if you're trying to micro your clone or something, and then you only have like half a second to try and like your hero, sometimes you just panic.
Yeah, I think he's just been watching Prometheus on loop, and he's watched how they run away from things, and assumes that's how you do it.
Oh, Jug took the DPS Blade Fury instead of the 10 armor.
That's an interesting difference, actually. We don't see that too often. There's a lot of damage, in fairness.
But he didn't take the extra second Blade Fury, so...
He's a man of interesting choices in life.
Fair enough. I don't really know what the extra DPS is going to do for you this game, though. That's my... Feels like he's using it more for magic immunity than natural damage, so...
I mean, like, you gotta keep in mind, you're gonna be in a scenario where when you do that spin, at this rate, Arc Warden's gonna hit harder than you do damage to him or the Tempest double. So, all you're doing when you Blade Fury in a fight like that to try and be aggressive with the DPS is ensure your death. It's a very interesting choice.
Another thing is, I think G really needs to build some kind of damage item here. Like, he's building BKB, but they're really struggling to kill him anyway. Like, they're not really focusing him at all. They're focused on killing the other heroes. So G is kind of like living all these fights, but he's not doing enough damage, it feels like.
Yeah, he's definitely a beefy boy. Congratulations on that, but he's not delivering. Like, he can just be ignored. The bow is the only thing they get frustrated about. Uh-oh, arrow. Doesn't get timed right, because had to use the Yules. Iceberg is able to escape because he done that, though. He blinks away.
The axe on the Lena as well. I like this.
It makes sense, because against the Juggernaut, it doesn't matter if he spins first now.
Yeah, you just want the burst damage.
Especially with his double butterfly build. Alright, this is punishment for this greedy-ass build.
When I said it before, I hope he does it. I was joking. Like, it's okay for stacking the evasion, which is fine, but the raw stats.
I think he's planning to take the 600 health talent.
Yeah, you would assume so, but like even so, I don't know.
Not rather. Oh, they want to use this axe. Can they, though, is the question. Kuman walking away, wants to go for the escape. Doesn't even want to try and TP away. Iceberg wasn't ready to go, though. He was hesitant. He knew they were nearby. He didn't want to risk it.
Silent getting a bot tier 2 in the meanwhile, though. Just trying to split the map up still.
Nombrada. Kuman's on the high ground here. They know it, though. They really want to fight them here. But Empire clearly have the numerical advantage and the backstab opportunity, so they'll just leave it.
It's so hard to defend this as well. Like, the Dire have this high ground ward up, and you can't run up this hill if you're Radiant towards that area. So when they have the high ground advantage the whole time, it's really difficult to be able to fight there. This clone's doing so much damage to towers and stuff down the bot lane as well.
It is. They're committing too heavily, and they sent Kuman back to slow things down with the X, but didn't kill off the Tempest double, and instead the damage continues to just rack up on your tier 3 here. They're even using the glyph to ensure it's much higher damage done, actually.
He's got the Hurricane Pike now as well on Arc Warden, got the extra attack range talent, so... And I want to see this blink on the Jug. They have to get on top of this Arc Warden somehow.
So far, he's not hearing you, Mo. He says, shut up. What do you know? I don't know of any UK players qualifying for lands. All right.
Well, I know, actually, to be fair.
Yule's coming out. Madden hit up by Lightstrike Ray. Laguna as well. Going to get him low, but no, doesn't finish off the Torrent there. Lena with the Chalice Grave wanted to protect it. The BKBs have been activated. Silence stuck with double. Trying to fight against his non-Grada. Taking a lot of damage with Kuman. No, it goes across the creeps instead. There's going to be a leap for to finish him off as he tries to toss him away. And Silence farming with the Midas while he attacks him at the same time will repel any further aggression. They lose 2, but Silent hits too damn hard.
The fact that the Brewmaster went down there before he got a split off was so big as well. Otherwise, that could have been such a disaster of a fight for Winstrike. Silent TP spot. He's like, I'm just going to shove this wave in instead.
Oh, now, of course, with the new way TPs work, he'll have the teleport scroll to get out in 2 seconds. He'll leave his Tempest double here to continue the good work of his people.
They have a gem now on Empire as well, which is really important. Try and close up this map control. At the moment, it's only really the Arc Clone that's giving them any kind of information on the map. Change to Radiant Vision. It's kind of all towards, down towards the spot side to help them see, if the Arc Warden's down here, is anyone coming towards him? But other than that, they are pretty blind.
Yeah, it's very directionally focused, shall we say. But the problem is, Empire it doesn't feel like they're reading it that well, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, this tower is eventually going to go down because of the way they just neglect this lane at times.
The thing is as well, like, Dire are doing pretty well this game in general, right? Okay, so they're winning a lot of these fights, they're doing well, they got the Roche and everything, but at some point in this game they have to kill buildings. If they don't kill the Arc Warden, I don't know how they kill the buildings.
That is the thing. I agree. I'd be feeling the same way about this. And it's just going to get worse because eventually the Arc Warden's just going to get items that allow him to fight instead of split pushing all the time. And you've got this Healing Ward, which seems like it'd be great, but with the attack range talent we were just talking about alongside the Hurricane Pike on the Arc Warden and the range of Lena anyway, it's not very hard to snipe that out. Miposhka.
They are Moonlight Shadowed though. And this is the vision control you're talking about.
Non-Grata
is coming.
Oh no, they went on to a different target. They want Silence, so banning Non-Grata. He actually blinks pretty deep. The split comes out and they're trying to move forward. BKB back there by Miposhka. Silence going to stand and fight with his Tempest double. Full stop away. There's the Shallow Grave going to turn around. Belior shotgun down with Laguna. Still going to work on Miposhka. Get him low. Can he fish him off? The boat's coming in. Silence dead. Miposhka escapes with the leap though. And in the corner, Iceberg. He's all alone. Shallow Grave's going to be there to buy some time from Yamiche, but Iceberg got spotted. They turn around, they find him. Yule's coming out. Lightstrike ready to stun, but it won't matter. The torrent not even needed as they finish up the kill.
They're going to find Yamiche as well. Miposhka's trying to... okay.
He's not here. He's not... Oh, the TP away. The TP away. Miposhka! He gets the final touch.
Okay, we get to in the end. That's the most important thing. You get the Arc kill as well. It's so big. Going to give them the second Roche by the looks of it.
That's the only thing they can do. Look at the lanes right now. I mean, Cook is pushing in, but it's all about the Roche.
I really would have liked to have seen them try and get a tower, but the Roche is more important at this point.
Aegis and G, of course, means that your Mirana can play as just as aggressive alongside you on the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Non-Grata just trying to shove in bot. Count his chickens. Let's see what he comes out with.
Back so soon?
No, take that.
I don't think they... I think they actually just want to get the Tempest double over here. The Glyph... actually isn't available. It's got a little while left, so they could stick a Tempest double there. The problem is Empire are going to force you to defend pretty hard here. Well, they should be.
G's finally building damage. He's going for that Daedalus. He's almost got it. Makes me very happy.
A little bit late, but...
middle tower.
He's playing very well, but...
Non-Grata.
11 on this kill.
Oh no, they see him. Being too greedy here, can't even blink away. They'll throw out the avalanche, but it won't change the ending outcome.
This, like we mentioned, this brew's turning into a fourth core. Like, if you look at the net worth of the supports in this game, Plate Mail, Vlad's, Blink, and a gem. He's always on a Fly's gem, but he has drums as well. Like, he's got so much net worth on this hero.
He's silent? He wants to kill another Miposhka here. Yeah, that's decent damage. Not sure if it's going to be enough, though.
The clone went the wrong way, though.
Yeah, he went the wrong way, but he's going to fix that now. The sentry does see him, and Miposhka hiding in the tree line. Just hold your breath.
Step lively now.
Don't murmur a word. He'll be fine. He'll move away. A little bit too close for comfort, though. A reminder that no matter how this game is going right now, if you wait too long on the side of Empire, Arc Warden is eventually just going to obliterate you.
A nice healing wall from Jug just to heal the Mirana back up as well. Looks like when I try and force the tower here.
Should be able to. Silent is heading towards that Nullifier next, but he always has to be mindful of keeping buyback.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's a risky one, isn't it? He's been changing his item build up quite a few times as well. He's not sure what he wants to do, but...
Meanwhile, on the land of Kuman, it's still Butterfly. It's always Butterfly.
Radiant's middle tower.
More evasion.
Tempest double. You can already see the desperate behavior, right? Silent knows he has to get as much damage out as possible every Tempest double usage.
Yeah, they're constantly trying to shove these waves in on Winstrike, but eventually you're going to have to take this 5-on-5, which Empire's been doing so well in.
And they're going to be forced to. Non-Grata gets caught. The Omni Slash comes out. Oh my god! Don't blink or you might miss it. He forces 3 buybacks instantly with that Omni Slash.
Okay, well, this buildings, all you have to do is just run at them. We've got the 8.
Doesn't matter them. Torrent connects on the 2 here. Both the Tempest double and its master. They're going to turn around and G, trying to do enough damage. But look at the damage out from Kuman. Shallow Grave onto the Tempest double, just keep it alive. G needs to be careful here. Starts the boat. Does have G as well. BKB's going to come out. X is going to be there. Drawing back. Iceberg blinks away in time. He just can't get it right in the back. But though Non-Grata goes in, he snipes out the kill. Shadow Demon. Pochi getting low. Trying to move away with the Shadow Blade. But it won't matter. They'll be able to run him down. We'll buy a little bit of time with the Shallow Grave. He's going to turn around. Look like killing him with Pochka. It's going to be close, but no cigar. He can't get it. They do get the kill on the Brewmaster in the meantime, though, and that might reset things. Or do they want to keep going? There's going to be an arrow. They don't time the edge. No. Yules trying to buy enough time. Iceberg forced off the safety here, even after Torrent. Now Juggernaut. They'll get rid of him once. Yet Mish just getting rid of all that armor with the natural order. Can they find him again? Spin's going to come out. Can we go for the TP Laguna? It's going to be close, but they didn't do enough damage.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Really well played. Get the rats. They got what they came for. They lose the Aegis, but it doesn't really matter. You forced the buyback from the Lina as well. The Dazzle and the Tiny, I think, used theirs too. Because they all just died to the Omni Slash straight away.
It sets an awkward scenario up because, you know, we've been questioning if he really wants to get this second butterfly. And I think Kuman's response is, yes. Yes, I do.
It's good. Like, stacking this evasion is really good against the Warden and the Lina, because they're really struggling to kill him with right-click damage as it is already, but he has this like double butterfly evasion. It's going to be even harder.
You know, Empire asked Kuman where does he want to be in 1 year's time, and the response wasn't TI champion, it was anime character.
God. Say no to anime.
Wants to take after all those very fast-moving slashy guys.
I'm really impressed with Kuman this game as well. He's kept up in so much in farm with this Arc Warden that's been, you know, this really greedy build. He's got Midas, Mjolnir, Boots of Travel, and Kuman's still farming more than him. You know, yes, the Empire have had the map control, so it's easier for him, but even so,
he's also changed his build again. Someone remind him that you can build an MKB instead and get attack speed, so he's good with that.
MKB's good.
You don't get much attack speed, but, you know, increasing damage because of the procs. He's scary. He's incredibly scary. And it's not like you can disarm him anymore because of the patch that buffed up the Omni Slash.
I think the only hero I've seen double butterflies on so far in Dota is Terrorblade. But
I think Jug may be a candidate.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Especially with his 453 movement speed. That's the other argument over going for the MKB. You go for the butterfly instead, you move like 500 movement speed.
They're just trying to control this area around the Roche now. They really want to wait for the next stages before they go high ground. They know it's difficult versus Arc Warden, so play the odds game. There's maybe there's like a 70% chance you win a fight going on their high ground now, but if it's 80% in, you know, with the next Aegis, then why not wait for that?
Well, according to the odds right now, the chances of Empire winning are 94%. So they want to increase to 97% odds.
Welcome back.
And then clearly, because they are robots, they will identify that they can go high ground. Except G. G is not a robot. G is a human being, as we've seen from his Torrent X's.
Especially from your
Invisibility.
I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard. Like, they really want to just go now, but when you're one game down, especially like one mistake, and then suddenly the game can just turn around.
Tower is under attack.
I respect them.
Well, if you can find an interest kill like Iceberg here, you'd be happy. But he waits.
Somebody popped BKB down here.
They did. They're going to actually go in. They found Tiny here. Non-Grad is going to fall. And Yamich will just TP away. He says, no go. I'm not helping you.
Tiny has no buyback.
This could be the entrance they're looking for. Even dropped some jewelry for them. Laguna was actually just thrown. No, it wasn't thrown out. Sounded like it.
GS 4,000 HP and a halberd and a BKB. And a cheese, just in case.
And the partridge in the pear tree, but he's saving that for Christmas. Let's set up the cheese for now. Stomp will slow him down again. Omni Slash? Wait, no, Omni Slash. Why does that sound like Omni Slash now? It's the way they've changed it now. It's just because it sounds like a normal attack all the time, right? Oh, Arrow. Split's going to come out. Yeah, Meech, they're moving on to him here. Mjolnir's going to be there. It turns a lot of damage onto the Split. They have to turn around to buildings instead. Going for the second lane now. X coming through. Bo going to fly in. There's a kill into the Dazzle.
They're just brawling.
They are. They can just go one by one. Silence been found as well. They'll find him. They'll kill him. And the Tempest double. Buyback comes out, but now he doesn't have his twin bro to help him through. Yule's going to be there from Iceberg. Light Striker 8 dodged down by Kuman. This man with Manta dodges is so on point.
Kuman's had an amazing game.
And they'll find Iceberg as well. They're going to run him down. BKB from Miposhka. Arrow onto Yamich. Couldn't get the damage on the Iceberg. But this is going to be mega creeps at least. And this is looking like this might be game. Laguna, Belior. He's so close to death. He's going to live though. The healer wall keeps him up. That is the horn to signal mega creeps. You got one shot, one opportunity. Can you do it though? It's a question on Grant going in. Avalanche toss there. The Abyssal will do though. The Light Striker 8 trying to turn around. A lot of damage on the Juggernaut. Can they get blown up? No. You give him away. The boat's coming through now. On in your means to be able to clean him up. No. Forced up to safety. Non-Grana leaving his own base to stay alive. They're going to chase forward. The X draw back. G gets the kill. Buyback comes out from the other side. In the meantime, Lena's going to be ran down and found. The Portugal will fall afterwards. They're trying to hold here off the back of the Tempest doubles and the original Arc Warden. Can they though? Non-Grata. Avalanche toss going to be there. Decent damage on the Madden. The Earth Splitter through as well. G going to stand his ground and fight. Drawn back. You might not have a lot of HP, but Earth Splitter does percentage base. Now the buyback's coming in. Hoshka right. Sun's going to fall, and it looks like that might be it. They'll clean up Yamiche as well as GG comes out, and we'll be going to a game 3.
Dire victory.
It is.
Juggernaut!